Hey everybody, Prepper Nurse 1 here. Today is Monday, July 29th, 2019. And I got Max with me. What's up, Maxie? Yeah, I know. So we're going to jump. Well, first I'm going to pan up here real quickly so you can see. Beautiful, beautiful day. I believe we hit 88 today, is what they were saying. Great day for production of power on the homestead as well. So I'll show you that in a little while. But I wanted to jump into this topic. So we're going to start with Baltimore, and the president was criticizing Elijah Cummings, the congressman from Baltimore, and has been there for a long time. And he was talking about how horrible Baltimore is. So what I kind of wanted to talk about, we're going to talk about some Democratic-controlled cities. And everybody says, oh, the Democrats are the champions for the poor and blah, 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 and all this type of stuff. Well, if that's the case, and I am, guys, just so you know, I absolutely hate politics. I don't consider myself a Republican or Democrat. I am a free thinker. I think for myself. I have some ideas that are more conservative. I have some ideas that are more liberal, okay? But the problem that I have is a lot of times in Democratic-run cities, they are cesspools. There's a lot of crime. There's a lot of poor people. There's not programs to help the people get out of that cycle, okay? And that's what it basically comes down to, in my opinion. There has to be an opportunity for young kids to break that cycle, okay? So there's a lot of talk with, of course the politicians are all going back and forth and stuff like that. But the reality is, when President Trump is talking about Baltimore, he's not lying. He's saying that it is a horrible, horrible place. Look at another Democratic-run city. Let's go with Chicago, okay? A lot of crime there. Let's look at New York City, in my home state here of New York. A lot of crime there, okay? Who runs them? The Democrats run all those cities. And and they have the most restrictive gun laws in those places, like Chicago, in New York City. Very, very restrictive gun laws, but guess what, guys? The criminals have the guns. Criminals and the cops. So do you really, in the long run, and there's good cops and there's bad cops, don't get me wrong, but, with the criminals, they're going to get guns. So you are not allowed to defend yourself, and so somebody else is making that decision for you, So a lot of these people are just basically victims waiting to be victimized. And but there's a lot of issues with that, and there's a lot of the backstory to it. But what I have a hard time understanding is, if you live in a crappy, horrible area like that, and you keep electing the same officials that are doing absolutely nothing to help your city get better, that's what I don't get. And it doesn't matter if they're Democratic or Republican, as far as I'm concerned in that aspect, okay? But if you have government officials that you are electing in whatever city it may be, and you keep putting the same people back in power all the time, and they're not doing anything to help the people, why are you putting those people back into power? I mean, that's the insanity that I don't get. It's just, because, they're a Democrat and they have to vote for the Democrat. Well, sometimes you got to vote for change. And it doesn't necessarily have to be a Republican that you're putting in, or it could be an independent person that wants to put in some changes to make things better. So those are things that people need to think about. There's a lot wrong with this country. Now, there's a lot right with this country, too, don't get me wrong. We still have the best opportunities if you're willing to work hard to get ahead. You still have the best opportunities to do that here in the United States. So we do have our problems, obviously. There's the part of the problem is politicians in general, be it Democrat or Republican. Because as I've always said, and you guys know that I have said this right along, so I'm not like changing my story, Democrat or Republican are two different sides of the same coin, two feathers of the same bird. Realistically, Democrats and Republicans, their job is to screw you, to help line the pockets of their rich friends and the big corporations that truly run this country. I mean, we're going to be honest about that. We're going to be honest about that. So, but your highest crime areas are, oh, if you look at it statistically, I'm not lying when I say this. I'm not talking out of my behind when I say this. But statistically, the highest crime areas are run by the Democrats and have been for a very, very long time. So look at that and see and tell me if I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, I'll be the first to admit that I'm wrong. I've been wrong before, but I know on this case I am not wrong. You look at Chicago. That has been Democratic run for a very, very long time, and a lot of issues in Chicago. Crazy. You look at LA, out in that area. That's all Democratic run. The whole freaking state is Democratic run pretty much, but you have a lot of issues, especially in Los Angeles, San Diego, Oakland, San Francisco, and so there's a lot of issues, and all those places are run by the Democrats. And so what are they doing realistically to help people? What are they doing? They're not making things better. So, if they're not making things better, maybe it's time for somebody else. And again, it doesn't necessarily have to be Republicans, but it could be an independent, somebody that has progressive ideas to do some kind of changes to make their lives better. But, people are just so caught up in the Republican and Democratic thing that they can't see outside that box a lot of times, and I don't understand that. I really, truly don't. Think for yourselves. Don't think the way that these people are telling you to think and doing what they're telling you to do. I truly do not understand that. I really don't. So, but anyway, so that was, I thought that was kind of an interesting thing. And, of course now, and I love this too, because what Trump said was absolutely nothing racist in with what he said, okay? And of course the Democrats are turning it around and, oh, this is a horrible racist thing that he's saying. He's telling the truth. Baltimore is a crap hole. I mean, it is. That, I don't want to live there. I don't even want to go there, okay? I have no desire to go to certain parts of Chicago. I have no desire to go to certain parts. Well, I was just in San Francisco last year, guys, so I can tell you from what I saw of San Francisco, I have no desire to ever go back. It's a horrible place. Drugs and crime and just the hopelessness. That you know what? That's probably the biggest thing that I see is an outside person looking in, is that complete hopelessness by so many people. And it's sad. I see it here. I see it here in New York, okay? You have people, I'm going to turn this around so you guys can watch the chickens while I'm talking. But you have people that are struggling. They're trying to get by week to week. And, there's a hopelessness in a lot of people. And there doesn't seem to be anything getting better or to change that to get better. It just continues to go along in that pattern. So there's always going to be that type of thing happening until there's some changes made. You have to give people a reason to want to do better. And so I'm not saying give free handouts. That's not what I am talking about. But giving a leg up. Help people by helping themselves through education, by opportunities to make their lives better, okay? And anybody can do that, realistically. Anybody can, given that opportunity. So, that's something I want you guys to think about. And so I definitely want to hear your feedback on this comment. And again, I'm not rah, rah, rah Republican. I don't want you to think that. That's not what I'm saying, okay? I'm saying that, there are major, major issues. But again, when you have cities like Baltimore, Chicago, New York City, that have continued to have crime out the wazoo in certain parts of the cities, okay, and nothing is getting done to change that or to make it better. There's definitely a problem with that. There's got to be something that can be done to make things better, okay? So, actually, I want to show you something neat. We're going to do this real quick. Watch this. Oh, she just took the whole thing. I was going to just have her... Hold on a second. I'm going to hold on to this one better. All right, watch this. Let's see if we can do this right this time. They're just ripping it to shreds, guys. Goliath, would you like some? There you go, big boy. They're so cool. Alright. Oh my God. And look at her. She's got that piece over there and she's not sharing. Oh my God, they're so funny. So anyway, so guys, I wanted to mention a couple things really quickly, and I definitely want to hear your feedback on this topic. I want to hear what you guys have to say, what you guys have to think about it, okay? But I just think it's a shame that we can't come together and work together and stop all this nonsense that's going on, and with this party and that party and all that other stuff. We're human beings. We need to work together to make life better for everybody and give people an opportunity, give them hope. And I think that's what it really comes down to, okay? When there's no hope, people just don't care, and that's sad because everybody should have some kind of hope. I wanted to mention really quickly, we are still doing the sale on my website, preppernurse1.com. That is going to be going on until the 4th of August. So we're getting to the end of this week. That'll be over with on Sunday. That will be over. So if you are interested and you would like to take advantage, 20% off of everything, including merchandise. So coffee, mugs, t-shirts, bumper stickers, those are all 20% off, as well as legacy freeze-dried food is 20% off as well. So if you're looking to get that in, please do so. It's a good time to do it, okay? So also on the Prepper Nurse 1 website, we have this preppernurse1.com. We have the Prepper Nurse 1 community, and it's totally free to join, doesn't cost anything. You have to register, so it's private. Nobody can just come in there and see what's going on. You have to be registered, and it's a good way to meet like-minded people and to connect with people. If you're looking to form a group in your state or anything like that, that's a good way to do it, okay? So please take advantage of that again, and that is totally free, all right? Also, guys, I wanted to mention August 17th at Letchworth State Park, we are having our prepper get-together, and that is going to start at 9 o'clock in the morning, and we have the pavilion until 10 o'clock at night. And again, that is going to be at Eddie's Pavilion. It's EDDYS Pavilion, okay? So if you're looking to take advantage of that, come out and join us. It's again, it's going to be a good time. Everybody's welcome to come. The only thing I ask is you bring a dish to pass. And so I will be providing hot dogs and hamburgers, and Little Prepper Lady said that she's going to be bringing pop and paper products and stuff like that, okay? So feel free to come out and join us. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to have a good time. All right, guys, so anyway, I'm going to jump off of here for now. Remember, guys, we are all in this together. That's important to remember. Also remember, hug and kiss the ones you love. Tell them every single day. Tomorrow is not guaranteed. We never know what's going to happen in life. So that is also important. And, you know, also remember, guys, STD. It's one step at a time, one thing at a time, and one day at a time. Whatever you're trying to do, whatever you're trying to accomplish, you can do it. The only one that can stop you from reaching your goals is you, okay? When one door closes, another one opens. There's an opportunity out there for you. There really, truly is. So just work methodically at things and it'll get done. I hope everybody's doing well. I hope the work week is starting great for everybody. I will see you all later. Have a great day. Prepper Nurse 1 out for now.